Okay, cool. 5, 4. Actually, you're supposed to give me the countdown. What am I
The
doing?
difference doesn't make.
It does make a difference because it throws off my groove.
9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, begin.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Different Paddles. We took a week off because of situations. We were all on suicide missions, and sadly, two of our correspondents weren't able to survive, and it's just me and Stephen. Carroll was sacrificial lamb, and, well, Andrew Rick flagged us again.
Hey, he went out heroically, okay? You're on his memory.
Yes, he did. He went out in a blaze of glory.
Indeed.
But anyway, on to the better news. God, it's been slow. Very slow. This tends to happen, even in the news, just really low and slow news weeks. But I guess we have a few things we can discuss. More TV news than anything. So that's interesting. So let's hop right into it. We'll start with the Marvel side of things. The Daredevil trailer was released.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mixed reactions to it. A lot of people are like, yeah, Daredevil, woo! They're happy because it looks a lot better than the movie did in 2003, and they think that being on Netflix, they're gonna be able to get away with a lot more things because, with the movies and everything, it's a lot more lighthearted. This is actually going to be a way for them to go a little darker, maybe go after the DC side of things. I think it looks cool. I'm excited. I like the cast a lot. I think Charlie Cox is going to be great as Daredevil, even though I love Ben Affleck. My only concern is that it looks dark.
Why is that? Oh, you mean lighting, not...
Yeah, it just looks a little too dark.
Well, like I said before we started this, doesn't Daredevil usually fight at nighttime?
Yeah, he usually fights at night. It seemed like they're trying a little too hard to make it look dark. And to go along with what you said earlier, yeah, it does kind of resemble... I didn't think of it right away, but it does kind of resemble Arrow a little bit.
They just replaced, the bow and arrow with those batons he uses, and then he has super hearing because he's deaf. Deaf? What? Blind.
Blind.
He has super hearing because he's deaf. Yes, of course. Yeah, it just looks like the Arrow to me. It's like they saw Arrow and then like, let's take out the melodrama. Hopefully, take out the melodrama, and yeah, let's do that.
Will you be watching it?
No.
Oh,
I've never liked Daredevil as a character. I have no interest in it.
No, just stay on that. Are you going to watch any of the Netflix shows?
I am not.
You're not interested in any of them?
I am not interested in any of them, no.
A lot of people are interested in Jessica Jones.
I don't know anything about the character. I've never encountered the character.
She's a brand new... she's not brand new, but she's one of the modern new superheroes. And to go along with that, David Tennant was casted as the Purple Man.
If David Tennant can't make me watch something, then there's something.
A lot of people are watching this show solely because of David Tennant as the Purple Man.
Well, he's bringing in the Doctor Who crowd.
But it's great to see that they're getting these actually good, well-established actors to be part of these TV shows.
Yeah, because everybody wants to jump on the...
Everybody. And he's wanted to be part of a comic book movie for a long time, especially a Marvel movie. So... yeah, he couldn't get in a movie, but he's going to get in a TV show that's going to have like 13 episodes, and it's going to transfer into an even bigger show afterwards because the Defenders are going to form in like 2 years.
Well, considering what happened to Christopher Eccleston for, I think is a good thing for him. I don't know.
So, I'll watch Daredevil. I'll give it what I give everything. I'll give it 3 episodes. If I'm not interested, then I'm going to give up. I did that with Constantine already.
Fair enough.
But I'm intrigued by it. It looks interesting. It just looks a little too dark. Hopefully that was just a trailer and that it is a little more lighter. Because if not, then it literally is going to be just like Arrow.
Wait, again, by dark, do you mean the lighting or as in...
It looks a little too dark in the lighting.
Okay.
Like, it does resemble Arrow a lot. I hope it doesn't... It's not exactly a carbon copy of Arrow. It doesn't look like it will be, and also the characters are a lot different. But if that's the case, then holy God, are they Are the tables reversed for the first time in a long time? Is Marvel afraid of DC for something?
Considering Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still pulling in about twice the numbers that Arrow and Flash are.
Yes. How many people complain about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and not many people complain about Arrow?
Well, at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter. It's still bringing in the ratings. I'm sure it's bringing money in some shape or form.
I guess we're going to wait and find out. April 4th, I think. I'm probably wrong on that, but it's in April. Daredevil will debut, so maybe we'll cover it here, I guess, maybe.
If we must.
But we'll move on. That's the only really big Marvel thing to come out. Not much else. There was a few X-Men things, but it's all teasers and from Bryan Singer, so it's not really anything to discuss. So we're gonna hop on to DC, and everything from this point on is TV. No more. There is no movie news this week. So we'll start off with the first one. Adam's suit was revealed.
Indeed.
And we know that he will be having a crossover episode 18 of The Flash with Felicity. What do you think?
Well, I thought this, I think, what the hell was? Okay. I think the suit was actually pretty good, apart from the visor. Visor? Yeah. I think for the budget they have, I think it looks high-tech enough. It looked like it would work in action scenes, and apart from the visor, I have an issue with that because it looks like they just plonked a freaking, I don't know, hockey mask on him or something. It's like, there you go, we ran out of money, there's your helmet. But beyond that...
What do you think we're going to see him shrink? Do you think they're going to wait until his own TV show? Do you think we're going to see it earlier?
I imagine the way it's going to go at first is it's just going to use the blasters he was talking about on the episodes, and then it's going to be just a suit of armor, like a cheap version of Iron Man, I guess. Then probably in the season finale, if they're facing League Assassins, whatever the hell happens, I think there might be a malfunction. He gets turned smally, and he calls into Ra's al Ghul's brain and kills him. Maybe not that last bit.
Are you excited for an Adam TV show?
No.
You think he should just stay where he is? Some people are thinking maybe they should switch places and have Adam join the Flash TV show instead of Arrow.
I don't see why he can't be on the Echo.
Because,
I don't... Oh, Jesus, Paul. There we
go. The idea of him and Barry and all the scientific-y stuff would make sense more if he was on Flash.
See, my problem with that is...
He's a little out... He's out of place on Arrow.
Well, surely, in a way, that's a good thing, because if he was on Flash, then he would just be another science guy, when they've already got frickin' Cisco and Wells and...
Does Arrow really need Adam on the show? Or like you said, maybe he should be involved on both parties.
I would prefer if he was involved in both parties, because on Arrow, he can offer a counterpoint to, the whole Team Arrow thing, where he's... I know he offers a different viewpoint. He's more idealistic, I suppose, and more lighter. What? He's more light-hearted than Team Arrow running around killing. Well, they don't kill people anymore. You know what I mean. And where on Flash, he can come on there every now and again, team up with Flash to deal with, I guess, more powerful foes when he gets his shrinking powers, and act as a bridge between the two programs. I don't see what's wrong with it.
Another big rumor that people are passing around the idea of is there's a possibility, at least there's be good conspiracy theories about it. He might not start off as a good guy. He might start off as sort of a villain to Arrow.
How would that work?
Power hungry goes to his head.
Oh, I hope they don't do that. What would be the point?
Him and Arrow maybe fight over Felicity. I don't know, something.
No. That sounds like something they would do.
I'm excited for it. I think Adam's gonna be cool. I'm not looking forward to the TV show. I mean, because now we have that, and we have Vixen and everything. At least Vixen's gonna be like on the internet, and I don't have to watch it. But now it seems like I do have to watch it.
You don't have to watch it.
If it's gonna be crossing over with both shows, and maybe even crossing over with the Atom, you might have to watch that one episode. I'm not interested either way because I just don't care for the character Vixen as much, and I don't really care much for the Atom either. The only time I ever cared about Atom was in the Identity Crisis book, and he wasn't even the one who ended up being the guy who killed, Elongated Man's wife. Spoiler alert.
This is a bit a long time ago, though.
You just have to throw spoiler alert anytime you say something.
Ah, my.
Yeah, it wasn't even him. It was his wife.
Spoilers, God, what the hell?
I think it was the only time Adam ever really had a purpose, and it wasn't even him. It was his suit.
Hey, he was around during.
Another thing is, a lot of people are excited about Adam, but they're not excited about Ant-Man. But both characters are the same. What do you think the reason for that is?
Well, the character Ant-Man that they're using isn't the same as Atom, because they're going with the criminal one, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's sort of the same that they
have the same power.
The same power. It's the same thing.
I don't know, maybe it's
strength. They can grow. They can,
I think it'll be a combination of things. First of all, Brandon Routh is awesome as Atom, and you could say, well,
is good.
Sure, but we haven't seen anything from him yet. We have evidence that Brandon Routh is a good Ray Palmer. Now, whether that translates to Atom is another story, but at least we know that. Also, there's, he's already established, it's a similar point, but he's already established in the show, in Arrow, whereas Ant-Man had that trailer, and it received a lukewarm reaction. That's going to carry on over to people's expectations about the whole thing. I mean, would it be justified? We can only find that out when we get both superheroes properly, and then we see for ourselves, but as right now, I can understand why people feel that way.
Well, episode 18 of Flash, we'll see Adam. I don't know if he's doubting the costume in that show yet, but it will be here soon, and we'll have our opinions on Adam when it happens. But staying in the Arrow Flash universe, the actor who plays Diggle, in an interview recently, David Ramsey talked about the possibility of him being the Green Lantern in the Arrow universe.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Why not?
And I hope it's not true.
Why?
Too much. It's too much. Do you not have any, if they have to give him an identity of another character, does that mean that the writers are pretty much done with whatever they can do for Diggle to the point where they have to change him?
They still have Hive.
Do we need a Green Lantern in this Arrow universe? I mean, I don't think it's necessary. And the thing is, he won't be Jon Stewart. He'll be Diggle.
I don't see what the problem with that is.
I think it's oversaturation. If we're getting Adam and we're getting Vixen and we're getting all of these characters shoved in, it's just more screen time that's going to be devoted to a shit ton more people than to the people that are already there, meaning that less character development for whatever's going on in their story. There's already a lot going on as it is in Arrow. We don't need a Green Lantern. Because then you also have to bring in the Green Lantern Corps, and then you got to bring in all that mythology, and then you got to understand why he became Green Lantern. And then also, if you already have Flash, who's pretty much superpowered over Adam, now you can have Green Lantern, who's going to be superpowered over Arrow. It's like, the fuck is the purpose of Arrow?
He can shoot really fast.
Be like, oh, I saved you. Flash can be like, ha, I saved you. Arrow's like, I gotta throw an arrow. Alright, no, got you. It's a lot longer in the process. Do we need Green Lantern in this universe? I think keep it the way it is. And if you're going to introduce another character, try to introduce characters that aren't superpowered based. Like, it looked like we were going to get Wildcat, but I don't know what the hell happened.
He got murdered.
It's just like, what happened? I mean, Flash, okay, whatever, but that's his own show. I think Arrow should stick to non-superpowered based characters because it makes the show better. But Green Lantern, it's gonna be why and it's gonna be all over the place. I shouldn't happen. That's my opinion. What's yours?
I just want them to stop freaking screwing Diggle over.
And you think this is the best way
No, I agree with you now. It doesn't make any sense. I just want I just want Diggle to actually have some focus again.
Are they trying to be like, hey, let's replicate the comic books for Green Lantern and Arrow were buddies?
I imagine so.
It's like, if you honestly have nothing for him.
But they do have something for him.
And if this is what it is.
No, they have Hive that they keep postponing for whatever reason.
I honestly hope that he was just like having fun, making a joke, and if they are considering this, I hope they say no. Because why do we? I mean, and then if you think about it, all right, Adam was introduced, and then guess what happened? He got his own show. So what does that mean? Diggle gets his own show as Green Lantern. Then how many shows are you doing? And it's oversaturation.
Has Atom been confirmed yet?
What?
Has Atom been confirmed?
Pretty much at this point. I mean,
I won't believe that until I see it, because it doesn't make any sense.
They're planning for it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they're going to do it. Huh?
I think we'll know by San Diego Comic-Con if we're getting an Atom TV show or not. So we have to wait a few months.
Of course, always.
I honestly hope. Another intro. I really hope that we don't have a Green Lantern in this universe. It's too much, and a character like Green Lantern is way too complex for him to just be a side character and not have a huge chunk of the story devoted to him. Because that means you're going to have to introduce aliens and shit. Like, what the hell?
We can always save that for season 29.
Yeah, if it makes it that far. I hope they don't go down the Smallville path and they just start shoehorning in characters from the books just to get the ratings. Because that's what they ended up doing with the Justice Society and the Teen Titans and Dr. Fate and...
But we got to see Booster Gold.
Yeah, and who I would love to see show up in Arrow, because I think that... I think he would be better to show up in Flash because of the time travel stuff, which would be awesome. But it would make sense on Flash because there's already superpowers involved. Arrow is supposed to not be superpowered.
Well, Brick had some sort of low-level superpower by looks of things.
It's not like... It's not huge to the extent of a Flash or Atom or... fucking Green Lantern. It's a character that we're probably not going to see again. He's only scheduled for like 3 episodes and it's done.
There's always next season.
But let's move on from that. Alright, final opinions. Yes or no?
Before I went into this, I would have said yes, but then you made some good points, so I'll retract my yes and go with a no, unfortunately.
Right. So, we'll move on to Gotham. It was confirmed, sadly, that yet again they have to go back to the well because the Joker is showing up, or at least implications of the Joker's...
Did you just say the Joker?
I said the Joker.
Okay.
Alright. Implications of the Joker's past self, not exactly the Joker, but leading up to when the Joker becomes, and it also does make sense, because if they are introducing the Red Hood gang, it looks like they might be going the Killing Joke route, where he was a stand-up comedian who failed and joined the Red Hood gang, and they fucked him up. The only thing about that's an issue is there is a huge age difference, because Bruce was about the same age as Joker at the time that happened, but meaning that and it also looks like in the previews that they're on their way to Bruce learning about his skills, meaning I guess we're all going to see Batman in like season 5. I don't need more Joker. It's enough. Why is it that they always have to go back to the Joker? Are they that desperate for ratings that they need to introduce a Joker?
I'm gonna say this now. I think it's misdirection. I don't think Joker's gonna be in it.
You think?
I think we already have the Joker. In fact.
Oh, we're Penguin, but that's already...
No, not Penguin.
Oh, Edward?
No. Butch.
That's interesting. Wait, why Butch?
Well, he's a jovial kind of chap. He kills people without remorse. He it's most likely that he was the one that killed the Waynes, and they could go with the Tim Burton Batman route, where Joker kills the Waynes instead of Chill, whatever the frick his name is.
Joe Chill?
Yeah. he's part of the mob, but he's not the highest ranking, he's not low either, but he is part of the mob, and considering he got captured by Zaz, yeah, there you go. Something could happen to him in the meantime that tips him over the edge a little bit. I mean, this is just a theory, and I'm not saying
That's interesting. I've never heard that one before, but that's an interesting theory as is all hell. Some people are like, oh, it's the Penguin, but that's pretty much been defunct already. And then other people are like, oh, it's going to be Nigma. No.
It's going to be Barbara.
Oh. It's going to be Jim.
Of course, Jim Gordon is Joker.
I really hope that they're just like, we fooled you. There was no Joker.
I think that's going to be it.
And if they don't, and we actually see the Joker, I'm going to be really pissed at this show to the point that I might give up.
At the very most, they're going to show a guy that's like, oh, this guy's the Joker, but it's not. Like they said at the very beginning they were going to do, and people seem to have forgotten. So,
but now they're like, yeah, it's definitely going to happen. We're definitely
just because we can trust what they say 100% all the time.
I really hope that it's just them trying to pull the wool over our eyes, and in the end, it's not true. Because if it isn't true, then cool, you guys are awesome at throwing everybody off path, which is great. But if you show me that there's going to be a Joker involved in this universe, I'd be really pissed. Because enough is enough with the Joker. I think the show is doing well enough on its own with what they have, and already in the Joker and the Red Hood gang is too many characters. We just got the Scarecrow introduced.
Well, he's not going to be around for long.
I hope he is. I thought it was really cool.
That's his
and now it looks like Penguin and Nigma are going to have a confrontation on the next episode. So
you know that Scarecrow was his dad, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But Jonathan Crane is in the show.
Yeah, but he's not going to stick around.
But I mean, he'll probably show back up maybe like next season. I mean, it's already been confirmed for a season 2, so.
Indeed.
So final opinions on Joker.
In my opinion, I think it's going to be Butch. I think when the Red Hood gang comes, there's going to be a misdirection. They're going to show a pale guy or whatever. It's like, oh, he's the Joker, but it turns out he isn't. That's what
I'd be like, oh, you're such a Joker.
Oh my God.
Hey, Johnny. So we'll move on to the biggest piece of news that I'm so excited about. They have announced the Teen Titans cast.
Oh, yeah.
Which awesome. They've already explained to us what the pilot episode is going to be. It's going to start off with Robin detaching himself from Batman, meaning that there is a Batman in this universe, which is awesome.
Well, Robin just exists on his own, yeah.
So he's going to detach from Batman. No word yet if we're going to see a Batman, but we know that there is a Batman. Robin is leaving said Batman to go on his own, and then we're going to go flash forward a few years after he does training. He's going to be Nightwing, and then the Teen Titans is going to be introduced, which will consist of Starfire, Raven, which were the only 2 characters that they had announced previously, along with 3 other characters that are very interesting because they're not really with the Teen Titans. They're more suited to the Birds of Prey, are Hawk and Dove, which will be, the Dove won't be the dude, it'll be Dawn Granger, which is the more modernized, New 52-ish, Hawk and Dove, and Barbara Gordon, not as Batgirl, but as Oracle, but she won't be going by the Oracle name just yet. So they're also saying that there was a Joker, and she did get shot by him. So at least they're not giving us a new universe. This is all context, which is awesome. And I'm beyond excited, and I want this show now. Take my money. What? Oh, so you got something to say. Go ahead.
No, just saying you might want to curtail your enthusiasm just in case this turns out a steaming pile of
If I have hope beyond belief that this is not going to be terrible. Jeff Johns is behind it, and he's already done a fantastic job on making Flash a phenomenal show. And they're going to be on TNT, which means you're going to get away with a lot more. They don't have to, and also it's TNT, which means, guess what? They don't have to deal with the whole love relationship thing, even though we're probably going to get stuff between him and Starfire.
Oh, Lord.
So there's that. But that's in the comics, so at least it makes sense.
So
But
how do you feel about Beast Boy and Cyborg not being in it?
Cyborg not being in it, I understand, because he's not in there anymore, and I think the reason they're not going to put... Okay, I forget who brought it up, but they said Beast Boy maybe because of budget, they can't make the CGI for him looking like a tiger look good. And then I thought, oh, well, maybe it's because he just won't fit in. But then I'm like, well, you got Starfire and Raven, which is also interesting because Starfire is like an alien, and Raven's got all the dark arts and shit, and the son of the devil, or at least the DC devil.
Wait, you just said son.
What?
You said son of the
Daughter of the devil. Which is, yes, Raven, finally, happiness. If I can get Tara Strong to play Raven, I'm done. What?
She's a bit old for that now.
I don't care.
She can play Terror.
Tara's old.
I
mean, Tara's young. Oh, forget it. Anyway, but yeah, so I'm like, oh, well, that actually now it doesn't make sense because they could do that. I have a feeling we will see a Beast Boy. And like I said before, I think we'll see it because the Doom Patrol might get introduced. Because the Doom Patrol and the Teen Titans crossed paths a lot in the comic books. And the Doom Patrol doesn't really exist anymore in the comics as much as they used to.
So,
Also, Beast Boy isn't part of the new incarnation of the Teen Titans.
So what's he doing now?
I don't know. Ever since New 52, he kind of just got like,
He got Wally Wested?
essentially. I think he's part of the newest new incarnation of the Teen Titans, but that book isn't really doing as well as the other ones have done. A lot of the New 52 books haven't done as well. So it seems like they're trying to get away from the Beast Boy thing.
That's a shame.
My thing is who's going to be the comic relief character. I think that's going to go to Dawn.
It's going to go to one of them.
It'll probably be Dawn and Hawk and Dove, or be the comic relief strong style guy in Hank, and then Dawn will be the sort of... They'll be like the bickering couple type deal.
I have a feeling...
Probably going to get Barbara and Nightwing are going to have back and forth, and my thing is, I don't know how they're going to do Starfire.
Well, they can either go with the Teen Titans cartoon one, or...
They better not go to 52.
Oh, you mean walking...
Yeah, a walking pair of tits, essentially. I would love it if they went Teen Titans TV show, from outer space, Dimsy doesn't understand American culture, because that would be the comic relief. But if they follow original Starfire, where she's just trying to be like woman empowerment from space, I'm gonna hate it. Because the best incarnation of Starfire has always been the one from the animated TV show, because it makes so much sense. You're from outer space and you don't understand American culture. Awesome. One of the best episodes they ever did was the one where she goes back in time. I mean, into the future. But we'll never forget that. And Raven. I think Raven's good. I hope they give Raven a lot of personality. I'm excited for this TV show. I have nothing bad to say yet. I'm surprised by the cast of who the team's going to be. I was not expecting Hawk and Dove, and I was not expecting Barbara.
I think Hawk and Dove are probably just going to be about to get killed off at some point.
I hope not.
Well, they usually end up dying in the comics. So.
The original Dove keeps dying, but this team has been together for a very, very long time, and people do like them.
Really?
Hawk and
Really?
Dove, our characters, people do enjoy.
Really? Are you sure about that?
I'm not kidding.
I find that hard to believe.
They have a pretty good cult following.
Oh boy, of course I do.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. And I'm excited for Barbara, who won't be Oracle yet. And like I said, I think Beast Boy will show up maybe later on. The Doom Patrol might show up. I'm excited for the show. I like the fact that it actually is taking place in a universe that isn't fake. We know that there's a Joker because Barbara's in a wheelchair. We know there's a Batman because it's in the pilot.
You don't know. Maybe Hugo Strange was carrying a gun one day and it slipped out of his hand and it shot him. It was like, oh. But
oh no, I shot you. Oh, what?
Exactly, you don't know. Maybe it wasn't Batman, but it was Catman instead.
I was Catman.
Oh, don't you stop that.
I'll let you talk about Teen Titans because I'll keep going.
Uh-huh. But, you know,
Opinions.
I'm sure I mentioned this at some point, but Nightwing is my favorite comic book character of all time. So you know, when I heard this was announced, I kind of cried for joy. Okay, I didn't cry, but I was close. So I'm as hyped as you are for it, but I have my reservations because there's something telling me that this could go horribly wrong when you've got Starfire, freaking alien, running around. Have no idea what character they're going to use for her. It could turn out well, it could turn out, oh dear God, why? You could have Raven, which means with Starfire and Raven, you're gonna have alien fucking planets and demons and Tartarus or wherever the hell Trigon lives, running around. And that's gonna use up a lot of CGI. How the frick are they gonna do all that? And I'm not a fan of Hawk and Dove. So I mean, they could grow on me. I hope they do, but they're a very weird choice for me. And I mean, they could have used Wonder Girl, they could have used Aqualad, they could have used the Black one, he's cool. They could have used Kid Flash, they could have used some of the newer ones, like Red Devil, or I don't know who's in the new Teen Titans now. But they could have used any of those and they went with Hawk and Dove. It's just really strange.
I think they're not using some of these characters like Flash because Flash. They're not going to use Aqualad because of the Aqualad movie. They're not going to use Cyborg because of the Cyborg movie. You know, they want to use characters that don't have a lot of screen time.
So you're suggesting they're not going to have Raven and Starfire in the main universe then? And maybe Nightwing as well?
In the movie universe?
Yeah.
I highly doubt anybody but maybe Nightwing. Because there were already rumors that he was going to be involved in Dawn of Justice, but that's not happening anymore. But there is still that the Batman solo movie, so could happen.
It's sad because one day when I was very bored, I thought out where I'd like the DC universe to go, and I had Trigon in the Thanos role, and he would be the big bad.
Hopefully, we're gonna have that special. I think next week will be that episode.
It's probably gonna be a slow week. What should be a freaking busiest week of all time?
Right, watch next week. Everything's gonna come out. It's gonna be like trailers for Batman and. Now we're swarmed with news, 3-hour episode.
Oh Lord, no.
Andrew Carroll came back from the dead. How does that work?
Lazarus Pit, obviously.
But, so that's it for news. Like we said, slow week. But I have one last lightning round question that does pertain to comic books.
Oh Lord.
You're going to hate me for this.
Oh no, what are you doing to me?
We are going to have another death battle.
Oh Lord, here we go. Is that because that went so well last time?
Past week, Stephen Amell.
Oh, don't you dare say what I think you're going to say.
Made a video.
Oh God.
Telling a certain Stinger to tread lightly. So the death battle is, who would win a fight to the death? Arrow or Sting?
Oh, I hate you so much.
Which vigilante gets to leave with their life?
So, who has the home ground advantage here? Is this in Starling City or is this in the TNS?
This is a wrestling ring in Starling City.
Ah, I see. Were they in Wildcats Gym then?
Nope, it's like arena. There's the Starling City,
Metrodome.
Yeah, whatever. And they're fighting to the death. Who wins? Now, to keep it as a fair advantage, Sting does not have his baseball bat, and Arrow does not have his arrows. It is fisticuffs. Fight to the death.
So he's just Fistman now?
What?
Well, how can he be called Arrow if he doesn't have his arrows?
Arrow's fought before with his fists.
Yeah, so he's Fistman.
Yeah, whatever. So, who wins? My pick, I'm going to go with the Stinger.
Hold on a second. What are you talking about here? Explain this nonsense, okay? I just want to hear.
Because it's a picture of Sting.
Oh.
will distract Stephen and Mel, and then Sting will come up from behind and snap his neck.
I don't think he does that.
Now then, but this is a fight to the death. You have no choice. Now, your pick is going to be Arrow.
Obviously.
Why?
This man survived 5 years okay, not 5 years, but some amount of time on Lian Yu. The Death Trap. He fought Slade and
lasted almost a year living in rafters.
that's not that hard. All you have to do is make sure you don't fall onto a turnbuckle.
You know, there's no food, there's no bathroom.
I heard he ate
Sting can fly.
What?
Well, how else did he get down from the rafters? He floated down to the surface.
See, there are these things called steps
What are you talking
or
about?
ladders that people use.
No, he clearly came down from the sky. You saw it.
As you know, the Arrow doesn't need to use trickery in order to beat his opponents. He just beats their asses.
Sting has pictures of himself that he can throw at him.
God. He will not be distracted by pictures.
Yeah, he will. Yeah.
He'll pick up the picture, tear it, and then freaking charge, break his arm, and then take his arm and slap his face off with that arm, and then Arrow
Sting
will
is the
win.
mighty Scorpion Deathlock.
Yes, it's so mighty that it made Matt Morgan tap out.
Break his legs.
Make him humble.
Yes. And he also has really, really intimidating face paint.
And, so does the Arrow. He's spray painting his... Oh, he doesn't do that. Well,
I think Sting wins this match, and there is no arguments.
How should you argue? You don't do what?
No arguments. So, Sting wins, thank you. Steven is wrong this week. I win this death battle. Awesome.
The Stevens will rise.
So,
they will claim their own.
That's it for this week's episode of TP. Join us next week, hopefully, where Carroll and Andrew come back from the dead and we ask them how the afterlife was. But for myself and Steven, just remember, different panels is the hero that Gotham deserves. Good night.
You're a terrible human being, you know that.
Sting wins.